Well, good afternoon. It's the next day, Sunday. Let's close this up. Oh, maybe not. The 29th or whatever the next day after the Saturday was. And we're going back to the place. I realised I could probably do with getting some better pictures of the inside. Plus, we can do the surface street. Now, I upset the GPS already because she found a faster route. And I said, no thanks. And the next, although in theory these are electronically, I hate this road. This is the one road I am not going to miss not driving on, because they come down here, a bit like Pleasant View actually, come down here like a sodding racetrack. And of course the one time you want to get out, you actually can't, because everybody's coming down here like a sodding racetrack. And the trees hide the vehicles and create quite the blind spot. And of course, as is the way with these things, they are also, lovely indicator sound, spaced out far enough that you actually can't, if someone deciding to turn left, you can't actually get out. Oh, nice old BMW. Although the guy that's just got out in front of me manages to make it look easy, but I don't want to bounce you all around. This is quite the hump that we're going to go down. Here we go. Patience. Patience is rewarded. Alright. And we're on our way again.
Quarter mile, turn right onto Mitchell Road.
So now we are taking the surface street route. And actually, as we drive past, he may or may not be my optician, and there on the right, Monroe, is my dentist. And the reason I picked that dentist is because they will just walk up the road.
Take the next right onto Mitchell Road.
Yep. Right. Slow down, baby. And to your right,
Continue on Mitchell Road for 3/4 of a mile.
to your right is the school that I voted in last November. Can't have been last November, whenever the last primary was. Some guy pop up behind me. So yeah, that's where I voted. So today we are going to get, I realise that there's drywall in that house, and yes, the house is not mine, so this is a bit sneaky. But there's also most of the wiring in, so I have the opportunity to actually,
Quarter mile, turn right onto Hudson Road.
to actually get some in-depth pictures of the wiring, the locations of the wiring. It does unfortunately have a fireplace in it, but well, we can't have it all. I really hope this thing isn't taking.
Take the next right onto Hudson Road.
Slow down a bit. And the car's a little happier today, which is good. It's not annoyed about not having any battery power.
Continue on Hudson Road for 1 mile.
So these are some of the nice little surface streets. The condition of the road is not so brilliant. Nice little surface streets, although it looks like there's been some repaving going on. Oh, the swim club did. Hopefully you don't swing off the end there. Some nice houses around here too. Sadly none of them are for sale. They've been already moved, but I was working out recently that with the design studio, it'll probably be now towards the end of March when this thing is delivered.
Quarter mile, turn left onto Pelham Road.
Slightly disappointing, but I suppose March is the beginning of better weather, so That will make life nice. Plus, if they'd have just grassed the thing or sodded the thing and the roof, it should all start to meld nicely, and then I can move in without.
Turn left onto Pelham Road, then turn right onto Roper Mountain Road Extension.
Oh, we are going that way. So right now, because I'm in a medical kind of mood, what you have in front of you is a whole medical place, and the route that we're currently taking is the route that I take to my doctor's. Though, are you going to do what I think you're going to do? No, I hope not.
Turn right onto Roper Mountain Road Extension.
So what I'm hoping this GPS isn't doing, because that's not what I asked it to do, is to try and find the next junction on the 385
Continue on Roper Mountain Road Extension for 1 mile.
and put me on there. However, we are still going to my doctor's. Now, if we turn right on this, then it is. And I may have to pull over and... Nope, we are going to turn left. Oh, good. We're slowing down, Mr. Mercedes. Some earth, feeding the ducks and such like have eroded part of the mound around the tree that I feed them on, and so I need to acquire some dirt. And
in a quarter mile, turn left onto S23 183, S23 548.
do like a road name. Get some dirt and build it up again, and get some mulch for that time I eventually am going to leave, which obviously is many months away. But so we are going to turn left.
Take the next left onto S23 183, S23 548.
My doctor's is off to the right, so we are going. I think I have done this before, but this kind of way. We are going off into new climes. Yeah, that's enough of that. Noisy indicator. I thought we were going to try and take the back end of my disco off. Alright. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Everybody cover up your masks. I love people who do that. So I was reading something yesterday, or watching something yesterday,
Continue on S23 183 for 4 miles.
that both Toyota and Honda and their luxury brands, as it were, are hemorrhaging sales. They are not making their sales totals. Although you would never know it considering the amount of them that are driving around here, but yeah. Should slow down just a tad as I was doing just a little more. Okay. So I've been on this route before. building work going on. This area is booming in the sense of lots of new houses and people moving around and all that kind of idea. Although I've only been here a few months, you can honestly see why. It's quite nice down here, it's very pleasant, warm, glorious really. So I have been this way before, and I think we're about to go over the 385, funnily enough, because I recognise the storage place that's just passed. Ah! For God's sake, pal. Well, you're being well held there then, if you didn't go flying. Not that you can probably see it, but to the left was this place that was my original contender for moving into, and the reason I didn't, although the Babington people didn't help, the reason I didn't was although they had 3-bedroomed townhouses that were bigger than the one I'm in currently, the townhouse was on top of the apartment underneath. So you had all of the joys of not having anyone above you, and all of the pain in the rear end of someone below you. I don't remember who was more money now either. I don't think there was much in it. Although those were bigger. Those were another, I want to say 200 square feet. But once I worked that out and I looked at these people and said, we don't have any without, and they went, oh no, they're all like that. Okay, well, I have a few others to look at, so I'll be in touch. That cost me $50. I had to pay an application fee. I'm not turning right, so I'm going to carry on. Although I have turned right there in the past. I wish this Odyssey would get off my rear end. So this is a bit of a new thing for me too, although we're going to turn right shortly. Like a gated community in this area as well. They're everywhere. In fact, that one's to the one to your right is gated, although it's open. I may actually cut this short a little bit because part of the road that we're going to drive on we've already driven on. And as yesterday's one is probably a good 20 minutes.
Mile, turn right into South Carolina 14 East.
As yesterday's one is a good 20 minutes plus, or she kicks down 2 gears. I might cut this one short a little bit and not have such a long video doing right.
Take the next right onto South Carolina 14 East.
Okay, I'd love to say I know where I am, but I'd be lying. I have a damn clue where I am.
Continue on South Carolina 14 East for 4 miles.
Another place, set of buildings of some description. Yeah, this area is booming. It's, can't turn anywhere without seeing stuff being built. I'm not sure how well a metal roof works in this area. Whether that's bridge too far, as it were. Oh. That sounded tasty. It's the one thing I miss about this. Don't get me wrong, the supercharged V6 goes like stink, pulls like a train, and well, I suppose considering what it is and what it's pulling, not that excessively juicy, but I miss the sound of a decent V8. That was the one thing I liked about my Rovers, D2 and Range Rover. They both had V8s in them. Oh, there's a blue one coming off to our right. I wonder what it is. It is a Corvette. Never really wanted one, but the newer Corvettes do look Pretty tasty. Alright, so this could be a shopping area. I think we're going through Five Forks, a place called Five Forks. It's an interesting way to turn left there, mate. Where's this guy turning left? There's nothing there to turn left to. Cemetery or some such. Do like a church around here. Definitely like a church. Right. So I have absolutely no idea where I am. I don't know if this is the same bit of road or not. This does look familiar. So actually, I wonder if this is where I think it is. We're going to come up to the traffic lights that I usually do a left on to go back towards the 385. And if that is the case, then that's where the video ends. Cape Cods and such like. Dinkier houses. Maybe it's not. Why there are bollards in the middle of the road. They don't seem to be stopping anyone or anything. No, let's go left. I have no idea where I am. Actually, that is that junction. It's different from this direction. Can't really tell. MDX. Oh, that is that junction. Alright, well. So, that was the end of another exciting video, and I'm glad to see you've got this far. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down, and leave a comment. Tell me why you didn't like it. Maybe I can do it better. As always, I've been Dave, you've been fabulous, and up here should be the Ask Uncle Dave text. If you have a question, leave it in the comments, hashtag Ask Uncle Dave. I'll get to it, we'll answer it in one of the future videos. Not sure what's going to be next, so you need to come on back and see what's doing. Thank you and goodbye.